Hi all. Right, welcome back to Cara Battle Philippine Sea. This is scenario 6 and this is going to be my part 12 again. So I had yet another disaster. I left it on pause and this was a couple of days ago now actually. Or was it just yesterday? I don't know, it was early on yesterday if it was. I just got so annoyed that I didn't come back. It was only 30 odd minutes again. Um, yeah, same thing. I just left it on pause. I came back and the file was just not there. So I went back to using this as the app that I used to use, Filmic Pro, which unfortunately charges you £2 a month. I think I'm getting it for the £2 a month, which I think if you're new, it's £3 a month. So I must still have it shown that I've got the actual app. Well, I think initially you paid for the app up front, but it was just a one-off payment. I want to say it was maybe $10 or something, and then that was it. And then they introduced this weekly payment plan. Or I think I could probably pay for it for the year, and it might work out better. But I'm going to look into some other ones anyway. Just let me see if this is going to pause. So give me a sec. Yeah, that worked fine because I know there's some settings. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to play out. I've only just put the app back on. To be honest though, I think I used the app before even on this phone, so I might have adjusted things to suit. So it's maybe okay. I want to say you do get more of the screen in. You'll see the stabilisation. I think that's smoother. The zoom's much smoother. It took me a while to get used to the other zoom. I was annoyed it went that quick, but now I'm finding that a bit slow because I've been used to the quick one. But it's better anyway. So I came up at first, and then I thought, but the fact that I've left it so long, and it was only 30 minutes, I've reset things. Now I was going to do what I'd done before, reset it, and then just go through using the dials that I had. It wasn't an awful lot happened. The one major thing is obviously this: we're about to have an air interception attack. So this is where I was. We're not going to do any of this because there's nothing in. There's no going to be Japanese raids. And then we're not going to do this. We're going to advance the phase marker. It's going to go into step 1 and in the new turn. And then I just got down to here again and I drew a couple of chats, I think. Now, like I say, I was going to try and replace and just say, right, this is what happened, that's what happened. But to be honest, I can't remember. So it's not going that far back. So I'm just going to redo things. So I've reset everything back. The air raid, well, let's see if we do better or worse. I did notice that this air, what's that? 1A, air raid 1A this is one we're attacking, and this was a cat mission that got involved as well in the 2 intercept missions. It's 1A. I will say that the result that we had was 4. They've got 9 strength. They ended up with 4 strength after this battle. So let's see if we can better that. Now, I could just try and do the same again and say, look, that's what happened, but I can't remember the dials. I just when I was resetting the actual naval air points. Yeah, it's a shame. Hopefully this app's going to cure it, but if I still have issues, then it's maybe something to do with my phone. But let's see if it's just the app that's involved first. And I'm looking at maybe some other apps as well to try out, rather than keep paying for this. But then again, £2 a week, is it? You know, if I'm using it regularly, so, you know. But I'm not probably using all the abilities. I don't know what half these things do, really, you know. I just know I need a pause button. I want to zoom in and out. You know, I don't know. I'll see once I've made this recording as well, and it'll tell me, obviously there's the size of the video. Oh, don't tell me there was an issue with this, was there? Well, I've upgraded my phone. Yeah, was there not some issue with this in iPhone? Oh, you know what? We'll see how it goes along. No, right, okay. Well, I'll see what happens, and if it comes to it, I'll just need to try and find something else. Right, okay. So I've reset things. We are in the US interception phase, and it's the air-air combat step. So let us just go from there. And like I say, we've got the one air interception. This was the CAT mission. It's got 3 aircraft, and 4 and 5 have, I want to say they've got 4 aircraft each. So, and we're fighting Air Raid A1A. That's 1308 hex. Let me just do that. Right, well, I'll just do it that way so that I can remember what I'm doing. Right, okay, we are committing all the forces in that hex. So he's going to spend 3 fuel. He was at 10. He's now down to 7. That was a CAT mission. And then 4 and 5 were on 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So they're now down to only 3 fuel. So they really need to consider landing next turn. But we've got air raids coming in from everywhere. So we'll see. Right, okay, so that's what we've got. We're going to start with intercept 2. And that was the CAT mission. He's only got the 3 aircraft. Now, we need to find out the split, don't we? Now, where is that again? It's the one that says fighters at the top, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go in the back of this one, innit? Japanese escort fighter table. Right, okay, so this table here. Yeah. And the raid size is 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. So we're going to roll on the 8 column, and that's going to be that. So no modifiers to this. I see that's not zooming out quick enough, but it's smoother. And I remember being annoyed when I first started using that other one because I thought it's too quick, it's too rough. So on the 8 column, we've got a 5. So what we got? We've got, on the 8 column, a 5. Oh, we've got 2 then. Yeah. I want to say that's probably what we had before as well. But I couldn't remember exactly. That's why I thought, let's just redo it. So, 2, 4, 6, 7 over here. There's going to be 2 escort fighters. So we do have to assign... Actually, I'm getting the feeling there was only 1 before. We do have to assign 1 per 2. So we could just go with that and say these 2. However, I'm pretty sure I'm going to... In fact, I might even assign all 3 here. Whereas the attack table, so we can just check. To try and get both of them... with just 2, I need to roll a 9, and remember we're getting a -1 because we're attacking fighters, so I need to roll a 10. Whereas if I go for all 3, I would need to roll an 8, which would need to be a 9. Sorry. Yeah, it would have to be a 9 or a 10. There's not an awful lot of difference, but obviously there's going to be more chance of me hitting a 1. Yeah, I think, yeah, the fact that you're getting this -1 is annoying. And we've got two more missions with 4 aircraft in each, so let's make sure we get the 1. Well, I say make sure, we could still roll horrible wrong here. So let's go with that. Let's just go 3 against the fighters, and we'll let the we'll leave the attack aircraft alone for now. Okay, so on this, we are rolling on the 3 column with a -1. Nice and high, please. Oh dear. Right. This is a bad start. Could end up being a lot worse than I had, so I'm guessing that's nothing, because that was 3. Look, oh no. Oh, it is. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm wanting to add a -1, I'm looking there, but I was looking on the 4 roll there, wasn't I? So it was almost a 1, wasn't it? It was a 1, but the -1 takes me to 0. Oh dear. Right, and then they're going to, so we get nothing, they're going to fire back on the 2 column here. Let's hope that's as miserable as I roll here then. That is good. So that'll be nothing for them as well on the 2 column, nothing for that. So nothing doing there. Right, now I want to see what intercept mission 4 can deal with. By the way, if you see these chits down there, that's because I had to reset the cup. That's what's going back and the cup shortly and with some extras, but it was just a set them aside. So again, we need to assign 1. We're probably going to assign 2. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the chance with the 2 this time and see, yeah, because it didn't really help us last time chucking that extra 1 on, did it? Right, so we'll go with 2. So on the 2 column with a -1, remember. Right, that's better. 8 with a -1 is 7 on the 2 column, is a 1. Now, if it went on the 3 column there, yeah, we still would end up with a 1. So that's one of theirs being defeated, but they're still going to fire back with a 2, remember. No modifiers for them. There's another 2, so that's good. So nothing doing there, so that one went a bit better. Well, it did go better. They didn't hit us as well. So that's 1 point being eliminated of them. Did I just put that in the lost box? Yes, I do. So that goes in the Butai 1 lost box. And then we're also now going to fire on these. And remember, there was no abort results, not that he's getting a chance to fire on us. So we're rolling on a 2 again, this time without the modifier, because these are not fighters. Another 8. You see that? That's a bit... Yeah, you can see it alright. It's just the shadow. I suppose that's quite bad there. But so an 8 without a modifier. That on this to 2. That could be 2. Oh, it's not. It's not. Just 1. Yeah, it's just 1. All you can look at it any amount of time. It's still going to be just 1. Right, so we take 1 away again. So that's us at 2. What did I say? I thought the remaining result was 4. We did get rid of all the fighters, so it was just 4 points of attack planes left. Right, let's reset for the last mission 5. Right, so yeah, again we've got 4. We still need to assign 1 to the fighters. Yeah, I think I want that fighter to go away. If I just go with 1, I mean I need to roll an 8. Yeah, no, I'm going in with 2. I'm going to split it 2 and 2. This is our last one. So okay, so 2 and 2. So on the 2 column with a -1. Oh, I've rolled that 2. I hate when the dice goes down like that as well, but that's how it is. Right, well, nothing there, so he's going to fire back at us on a 1 with no modifiers. And this time he gets an 8. On a 1, we might just... No, we're not. He's going to abort. Oh, no. So that means that one surviving escort can attack US fighters allocated versus attack planes. So he's going to do that because he's got 1 surviving escort. So he's now going to come across here and have a shot at these 2. And this now happens first before we then have the battle with ours against the attack planes. So it's giving him an extra shot at the 2 fighters that are at our attack planes. So on a 1 again, on the 1 column. Oh, he's rolled an 8 again. That's going to remove one of our fighters, isn't it? So yeah, that's the exact example it gives you in the book. If it happens to roll an 8 again. So that was on the 1, we got an A again result. Maybe we should zoom in a little bit on that. So on the 8, we've got an A again. This is against... Well, it's still against our intercept. And what it means is basically one of the intercept flights are aborting. They cannot attack the attack aircraft. So basically, it just takes one of them out of the equation. So now we've only got 1 against the 3. So nothing's been eliminated as such, but it's just making our chances poorer. So we've got 1 more. We've got 1 against these 6 air points left, so we need to roll high here to get anything, and that's not going to achieve it. A 4 on the 1 column. No modifiers right enough, but you can see it's a nothing. Well, I wish I hadn't redone that then. as the total results were much poorer there. They put these guys back in intermission 5. And that means the surviving... Oops, put that in the wrong bit. The surviving force is 6 attack plane and 1 fighter. So I'll put them back in the Butai display and I'll put the Raid 1A back in. Right, well, that didn't go well at all. Like I say, what did I say? We had 7 aircraft left, points left, and I'm pretty sure when I done it the first time it was only 4. So he's got 1 fighter and 6 attack planes left. And they're just about to move into our force. So we are going to get one more attack at them, but yeah, things are running out of fuel and whatever. Okay, so yeah, this doesn't look clever at all, Grant. What's happened to Air Mission 2? I've put that in the wrong bit, I think. Have I? What have I done? Yeah, I have. I've put the planes back in the wrong bit. I put them in Air Mission 3. It should be in 2. Now, why is that critical fuel still here? He's landed, didn't he? Yeah, that should have went away. They landed already. So where's Air Mission 3? Did that land as well then? Must have done, yeah. Something landed the turn before, didn't it? Yeah. And then Air Mission 1 just landed this turn, I think, didn't it? Yeah, I think so. Okay, but then all the fighters are away back. They're not. I think I've got enough to. I can launch 1 force. I can. Yeah. Well, I mean, I could probably launch 2, but it might be better just getting a full 6 fighters up there. Right. Well, we'll work on that when we get. We need to get back into our move air missions. Oh no! I've not launched anything. Right. I made a total mess of this. It's quite possible. So that means... Right, hang on, that should be in that hex as well. That means I've got 2, 4 and 5 in here. And they're the only ones that are going to be able to defend, well, to try and take out Raid 1A. And 4 and 5 are on 3 fuel. So that means they're going to be attacking with critical fuel. No. Why did I not launch another raid? I've got a space as well. I mean, I know this one wouldn't allow me to, because it just landed. So land part comes after launch, but this was a space. Why didn't I launch the... I don't know. I've not even got a cat mission there or nothing. And 6 is way down here, which I shouldn't have 5. I shouldn't have 5 fighter planes down here right now. That's silly. 2 or maybe 3 at a push, but even then, just having the 2 to maybe try and prevent it and give that -2 modifier. But I shouldn't have 5 planes down there. And then 7 and 8, they are strike missions. Yeah, because this is going to move now. Well, sorry, not now, but shortly. And then I'm going to... Oh no, we will get to launch. Yeah, because it'll be in the hex. Right. I knew what I was doing. Yeah, right then, Grant. Okay, so that's the US interception phase over. And then, like I say, there's nothing... They're not in their task force hex yet, so there's no Japanese air attack. We're not in any of the air carriers, so no US air attack. None of that to worry about. Advanced phase marker, we're on phase 4, so we're now on phase 1 again. And through these update hit, fire, submarine attack, advanced game turn marker. So, and then that goes right back up to place new Japanese forces again. And the game turn marker goes on to... Oh, that should be where it is. Yeah, it was. It's the 9:30, isn't it? I hadn't reset that because remember I had played into this first little bit here. Okay. I think that's right. I think that's all good. Well, let's just push on then, Grant, because yeah. So just so I remember where I'm at. So place new Japanese forces, full sequence cup, and then just chits per phase. Right. So now the chits would have been down here. I'd removed them all. I didn't bother piling them back up again because that's just what I'd used. Now, they're all the forces that we have in the game. These are the chits in the cup, obviously. So I'm just going to check that and... no, we're going to place new forces first anyway, Grant. Right, and there's what's left. Now these must have got removed, C, D, F, and I think I as well. So the next ones in line were N, O, P. So, and then out of 10, we want a third. So we're going to take the 3. So we're going to take N, O, and P. And then, let's just put them here just now. So N, O, and P. And then that's going to place N, O, and P, obviously, in the cup. So, and then we can find out how many chits we've got there and what we need to add. Well, actually, can't I just chuck these in the cup just now? So, let me just double check. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's going to be 12 forces and 3 butais. Yeah, okay, I did. I counted 11 at first, but then I found I must have missed one. So there will be 12. Once these 3 get placed, there'll be 12 forces, 3 butais, and then the move, the Guam, and the sub-chit. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And we need to have a multiple of 4, or divisible by 4, so 19, 20. So we're going to have 20 chits in the cup. And that means it's going to be 5 chits per phase, so we're up to 5. And yeah, I know I've done them sort of out of order because I should be placing the forces first, but yeah, it gets that out the way. So now we're going to place these forces N, O, and P and see where they end up. Right, so we'll start with N, and then I'll just roll this off camera and we'll see what we get. I've got a 9, wants to be down in the bottom, I think. Is it 9 and 10? Yeah, so it's zone 4. So it's down here beside these 2. Hang on, have I rolled my dice yet? Or am I not at that bit yet? No, I'm not at that bit yet, Grant. Yeah, calm down. Right, so it's in zone 4. Rolled a 2, is that space free? It is. Yeah, no, the thing I was thinking about was I want to be inside this line. So 2, that's a result for me because this guy's going to search and he'll be able to get searched. And I'm also hoping... Yeah, of course, we can hold off on the search, can't we? We can decide when we do it. I'm also kind of hoping that these guys are going to move in, because then they'll move into the search zone. But then, you know, because I don't need to have this, I don't need to do the search in the first phase. I can leave it to the 4th phase. And I actually realised when I started the game, doing it in the first phase was probably a bit of a mistake, because you're kind of better waiting until the 4th phase to do it, to see where the forces are going to appear, and then you can set your searches out, because they're not going to move again until the next turn anyway. So yeah, I think I was a little unsure how it all worked though. Anyway, that was force N, so he's been placed. So let's deal with O. Rolled a 1, so that's going to be the opposite, isn't it? Let's go up top. Yeah, in zone 1. And we roll a 4. Is that 3? Don't think it... Actually, it might be. It is. It's here. That was just a located marker. So that's force O. That looks like that could be searchable as well, I think. Because we've got that. There's a load up there we're getting, isn't there? I want to keep this guy going. I want to get a result on this guy because we've got an airstrike going towards him. Because if he becomes undetected and we get there, then... Well, I'm assuming we can't even try and attack him. Right, and then P is the last one, so let's roll the dice again. Rolled a 4 this time, which is zone 2. up here. And the zone is going to be number 6. And that one's free as well. So there we go. Good stuff. Right, and then I put the chits in the cup, all 20 of them. We set our chits per phase at 5, and we're good to go. Okay, so moving on. Move all air raids. Right. So there's a few. There's no Guam. Well, air raid 1A, he's right into the hex. Task Force 58. Air raid 3A, he's right in the hex. Now, he's only got a strength of 4, what I say, but whereas, when I recorded this before, 1A only had 4 points, he's got 7, so, And then, what was it, 3A? 3A's only got 4 points, yeah. And then, this guy's going to move 2, so he launched from there, in a straight line. Oh, could be here, could be here. Probably doesn't matter. I would maybe say that one actually. I don't know. I don't think it really matters, does it? Well, you can see where it might matter because, you know, if I've got aircraft, you know, let's just say my aircraft were there and I was choosing between this hex and this hex, then they could reach this one, but they can't reach this one. So I just want to try and make it as a straight line, so that, I don't know. That one kind of looks more like it to me, but whether I'm just overthinking that a bit too much. Right, and then this one, well, this one's going to be somewhere. Now, it's coming from Butai 1. So 1, see, I kind of feel like that should be going on top of that, shouldn't it? Yeah, I kind of do. Now hang on, there was a bit that said it didn't want to move. No, I don't think this is the case with this one. It just says straight line. In fact, here it's here. That must have been one of the last bits I looked at. The raid moves directly to its target task group along a straight line from source to target. If there is a choice of 2 hexes equally along straight line picked randomly, well, maybe we should then. But no, you know what I mean. Let me just, my wee gadget. I know it's difficult when there's units in the hex, but if you look at Butai 1 there, to my raid, that's actually crossing through that hex just in front, 1308. Whereas, if I put it in 1307, you know, that's not heading towards the force, is it? So that's the right hex. That's as close as it's going to get, and it does actually cross through that hex a bit. I'm going to leave it where it is. The thing is, I'm not going to benefit from that anyway because I'm not interested in 1B at the moment. I need to get in here with these guys, so we're just going to move out of that hex anyway. Well, the problem with 4 and 5 are the fuel situation, because they're going to move one to move in, that's going to put them down to 2, and then if they spend the 3 to attack, they're then critical, and you get a -2 to that. That's a horrible modifier. I mean, I feel like I might have to do it here. The good thing about it is I'm going to end up in the hex with a task force, and then I can land next turn, and then it's only going to cost me that 1 extra fuel point, so... Okay, so is that all the air raids moved? There's no any others? No. Right. So roll for mission movement, and then we're going to start drawing some sequence chats. So... that's fine. I can use a bit of that Butai display just now. So roll for mission movement. Rolled a 9. Okay, I'll put a 9 up there. And draw chats. Okay. So now I'm almost back to where I was at. Like, I had drawn a couple of chats, and to be honest, one of the ones we drew got a false contact and got removed. So, but yeah, I can't sort of, like I say, I wasn't quite sure how it all panned out, and I thought it was only 30 minutes worth. Let's just redo it. So it's looking worse for me at the moment. So it's probably how I'd like it, rather than, you know, don't like giving myself an extra chance at it, right? 4-7, Mike. Right, that's the first chat. Mike, where are you? Yeah, it's way up there. So now we're up onto the 930 turn, which is 12 hex range now. No modifiers to that game turn range. So yes, so I'm pretty sure he will be rolling a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's only 9 away. Yeah, he's not getting in. We don't need to do anything else. We just need to check to see if he's going to launch a raid. We're going to roll to see. And give me a sec. Right, I'm planning to not have this video run too long, although I see him at 30 minutes there just now. So, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? And I don't need to keep really showing these charts, but I want to roll the dice on camera and I need to look at it myself to double check it. So I maybe not zoom in so much, but we've looked at these before, you know, if you're watching along and want to like follow it up close, then you could have your own chart in front of you, couldn't you? So in the 930 turn, 12 is a 0. And what did I say it was away? 9? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so nothing for that, nothing for that. So no modifiers, and remember he needs a 5 or more for an attack. And roll the 6, so that is going to be, well, that is going to be, he wants to launch an attack. So first of all, we're going to have to draw a level 1 chit. Is that right, Grant? Yeah, because the die roll, A asks the questions, is it launch 2 raids? And otherwise, is it a level 0 force? Which is yes. So that's a yes to A. And then we need to answer the question B with a yes. And that is he within range? And then roll the dice to C. So that's a yes as well. Then you move on to C. As if it's a level 0 force, first draw a level 1 intelligence chit. So we're going to draw that and see what we get. It'd be quite good if this was a false contact, because like I say, I'm pretty sure that's what happened to the first one I drew. Ah, there you go. Perfect. Right, so force M is getting removed. We were getting a search on that though as well. So he's now back in the pool, and this false contact just goes away. Gets removed from the game. Yeah, okay. And this chat, well, it's still drawn. So what I'm going to do is put it to the side a little bit. So I'll pile my chits here and leave that off to the side, just as a reminder that that force is now no longer in the game at the moment anyway. Right, let's draw the second. Remember it's 5 chits as well, isn't it? So the second chit is force P, Papa. That's one of the new ones, so that will just be a level 0 force as well. It's up there. A wee bit further away maybe, but just checking to see if it's in the search. No, that is not in a search range. See, that's one of the ones I'd prefer to just go away, whereas Mike, I was getting a look at him. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, he's just on the... He's just at the limit, actually. I want to say that probably all the numbers are 12 away. That was like the furthest away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, to that hex. Anyway, yes, he's within range. 12. So 12 with... and probably get a bad modifier. He's going to get a -3 to this. Nothing for the turn. So a -3 needs a 5. Right, that's a no then. So he's not gonna launch a raid or attempt to. He's just gonna move in the 9 direction. There's his compass there, so he's gonna go one that way. It's not gonna be enough to get in the search though, however. Okay, that is Papa done. Right. Third chit of the phase is force K, Kilo. Yeah, it's up there. He could. What way is he going to move? It's a 9, isn't it? going to move down there. That could be in the zone, actually. However, let's see what he does first. So, again, checking for raid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, yes, I think he gets a -1 to that. Oh, no, it's a -3 as well. So, nothing for that. -3. Rolled a 2, so that's not any good either. But like I say, I think fortunately he's going to move into my search zone. So as let's move that back a bit. Yeah, you can see 9 and 10. That's in his zone. So it's southeast. He's moving. Down there. Yeah, because I think that will pick that up, won't it? And in fact, he might pick it up as well. I mean, the zones must be the actual same sort of size in that when they go back then, eh? Well, there must be. That wee diagram I've got kind of... Where is it? Oh, it's there. So as in... You know, there it's there. Actually, is this... Yeah, there it's there. And it's going to move back 1, 2, 3, 4 back to there. And it's still going to search in here because this is the third search area and the fourth search area, and this is the fifth search area. Pretty sure that's how it is anyway. Okay, that was first K. Okay, well done. So that's 3 done. Not enough of what happened yet. Right, let's get the fourth chit. We get an op. So that's the fourth chit. Oh, nothing happening. Right, last one of the phase. That's Force H, Hotel. Where is he? Up here. Again, just on his own at level 0. He's a bit closer, so probably no modifiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's because it's 7 to 9 that's a nothing, isn't it? Yeah. So nothing for that, nothing for that. He's going to roll, needs a 5 or better. Gets a 9, so that's a yes. Alright, we're going to draw. He's a level 0, so we're going to draw a level 1 chit for Force Hotel. And we get a large. Okay, so something happening. Right, so a large. Right. It's going to be a bit different here, isn't it? Let's look at that. Right, pretty sure this is the bit that we need to be. So is this in fact a carrier force? The Japanese force is already known to be a carrier force. Get to step D, otherwise it must be either a level 0 force, which is what we had, or a level 1 large, medium or small force. But it's what we had was a level 0 force, so if it was a level 0 force, first draw level 1 intelligence chit. Okay, if there's a carrier force chit, continue to step D. You now have a level 1 carrier force, right? So looking back on this again, the designer still never came back to sort of go at my question there regarding what was what. I still find it a little confusing, but I think we've done it right before. And the point that, I can't remember the guy's name, that he said that the first time a level 1 carrier, the first time a level 1 carrier will launch a raid, then the second time a level 1 carrier will turn into a level 2. So that's what I've done, but it just feels a little unclear still about that. But it's to do with the wording, I think, how the designer sort of tried to reply to me, but I just couldn't quite grasp how he was meaning it. You know, because he was talking about a level 1 force is different from a level 1 carrier force, or a level 1 force with known air strength was it was a bit too, I needed a bit more added to it to get me to get it, but I do believe we were doing it right, but hopefully. I've just released that part of the video Yeah, I want to say that was in part 8, I think. That was the last bit I had to redo because of the glitch. And I think that's when I go into this a bit. So maybe some folk that watch it can maybe let me know what their thoughts are on that. Anyway, it is not a carrier force chit anyway. So B, if it is a small, medium or large force, and it was a large, continue to step C2. This will occur only in scenario 6 and after, right? And then that bit is if it was a surface or a false contact, it's getting removed, right? Sorry, it's not getting removed, it's going back in the cup. And nothing's happening to the force. Right, but we have to move down to step C2, which is here. So if the force is level 1, large, medium or small, use the level 1 to level 2 intelligence table, card 3 front, to determine a level 2 force chit. Yeah, I was watching a bit more of Dave's playthrough of this. And I went back to start watching it at the beginning, just see, I always think after you started playing a game, you go back and watching some of the videos that you watch first, they're so different because you know now what's going on and that. It's I quite like doing that, and it helps me understand the game better as well. But I got a bit further in his videos, and he came across this scenario just recently on one of the last bits I'd watched, and I hadn't done this yet. So, card 3 front. Yeah. So we're actually now, from that being a level 0 force, we've drawn a level 1 chit, and now we're going to turn it from, this is what threw me a little bit, because it's now possibly going to be a level 2 chit. Although you'll see that if it turns out to be a surface, nothing's going to happen, and that level 1 and the level 2 are going to go back in the cup. But anyway, let's just follow along, Grant. So we're going to use the level 1 to level 2 intelligence table, card 3 front, to determine a level 2 force chit. If this turns out to be a carrier force, proceed to step D. You now have a level 2 carrier force. So this is what could happen. And I want to say we might have a higher chance of it happening than the one that Dave had, because he had a small and we've got a large. So you can see that on a small, I'm assuming false results just mean, I don't know what that means. False intelligence, I just guess it means nothing. I've not seen any reference about that false though. That's the first time I've looked at it. Okay, let's hope we don't get that. Well, we're not, because we're looking at a large, so it's here. But you see, if you were rolling on the small, there's only one chance of getting carriers, and all these are surface. So if you hit a surface here, it just gets put back in the cup, along with the level 1 that you just drew, which was small. They go back in the cup and nothing happens, a raid doesn't happen. However, as you can see here, we've got a higher chance of drawing rolling for the carriers. If we roll any of them, it's a nothing, but if we roll any of them, it's going to happen. So, well, let's get the dice rolled, Grant. So, now there's no modifiers to this. That one note down the bottom, though, is relevant, isn't it? The one at the very bottom. If commitment level exceeded, all carrier results on large, medium, small columns are surface. So there'd be no point rolling that then if you had that. Commitment level exceeded. Does that mean we've hit the threshold? I think it must mean that. Well, you know what? We're not at that threshold anyway. We dropped back a bit. I think we were at it and then we dropped back. I remember that happening. It's because we done something. Right, let's roll dice. So I think we want a lower than a higher result here. Right. Oh, bump. 9. Take that. Right, so that's bad. Okay, so a 9 is going to be 4 plus carriers. Great. 4 plus carriers, and it's got the 3, but the 3 is only relevant to scenario 9. Yeah, our commitment level is not exceeded. And by exceeded, I want to say that means past the threshold marker, but it could mean the limit. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's not by either of them. So we've got a result of 4+ carriers, right? Well, we might well be exceeding it now because that's what we're getting, and that's got a commitment level 6. So this is a bit, I'm looking, it's glary, but when I move the, so you don't get the glare on the, well, so I don't get the glare in the video, I move the camera on, but then I've got to move on myself to get away from the glare. Okay, so we've done this to determine the level 2 force chip. If this turns out to be a carrier force, proceed to step D. You now have a level 2 carrier force. Okay, so let's go to step D then. Right, D, and this is just telling you the 3 things that you could have. Yeah, this is just telling us this is how we're going to compute the known air strength or air value. Known air strength or air value. Right, anyway. So level 1 to 2 forces have a known air strength, which is sum of all air points on the buoy display. Well, this is going to become a buoy. This is the new force, isn't it? So no, this has not got a buoy. So it's going to have a, it's going to be a, if there are no air points in the display and strength, the strength is unknown. So that's what we are talking about here. So that just gives you an idea of what's what, and then you go into E. Yeah, okay, and then E, determine the radiated strength. Well, this is a level 1 to 2 force with a known air strength, which is not what we've got. And this is the next one that we want. So it's going to be a level 1 to 2 force with an unknown air strength, which is card 2 back. And on this card we're going to... let's try to tidy things up here, I've made a bit of a mess there. In this table you cross-reference the force type, level 1 carrier, etc. with a die roll. This table is used only in the field battle scenarios. Right, okay. So we're going to do that for this. I'll just keep this just now. I mean, that is going to replace that level 1 carrier chip that we've already drawn. This is what it's going to be. And our commitment index is going up by another 6, which is going to take us above that threshold now. So, card 2 back, was it? Yeah. So card 2 back is, yeah, that one. Because we're looking for an air red strength, level 1 to 2 forces, unknown air strength, okay? And, well, it's this one along here, isn't it? So, this is going to be horrible. Oh, man. So this is a level 2, 4+, or could it be tie? And even if I roll a 1, I'm getting a 9, a raid of 9. And we're so close to that threshold as well. Well, I think this should be the last thing along for a while, but I don't know, there's maybe still a chance of getting other stuff. Right, I'm going to roll anyway, so we want this to be low. Oh, thump, boom, 8. Oh man, this is going to get kind of ugly, I think, isn't it? So an 8 is 11/10. Okay. Okay, so this is this guy here. So we would be replacing this with this, but things are going to also change up a bit from there. So let's put that there first. This, I think it goes back in the cup. Does that? Maybe not. I've got 2 carrier markers out there. I think they might have been replaced. Did they get removed from the game? I've got to think they do, because I've got 2 level 1 carrier chips here that have been removed from the game, and I've got 2 false contacts. And I've got to feel that they 2 carrier chips came, you know, I've already got 2 level 2s, and I think that's where they came from. So I think this large is the same situation, and it's going to get removed as well. But I wish I could see that written then. I must have been confident enough to put them aside though. Well, actually, what I'm going to do then, I've set it aside. What I'm going to do is look back on a bit of my video footage to when these L1 carriers got removed from the game, because I must mention something about it, and I might actually mention where it says that happens. Not something I think I would just decided for myself. So anyway, that goes there. However, so yeah, that's us, and we've computed the air strength. So now we need to create a butai. So this is going to be butai number 4. So it's now going to come on here and replace H, right? And then that L2. So that's going to go in the pool. That's going to go back in the pool. Now, its chit's not been drawn. No, we've got the chit out there now, of course. So, yeah, so in actual fact, I can do that now. Zoom out a bit. There's the Force H chit. So what, I'm going to now replace that with the Butai 4. And then I'll remove that from the game, well, back to the pool, if you like. And then that'll now be in play in the cup as things go. Right. And then with this, I'm then just going to move this up into the Butai display. Now, it's quite handy because this Butai display is a bit closer. So that's going to go in the Intel level box. This is a RAID of 11, and this is a RAID of 10. I know that one was bigger, but I've got some 1s in that. So this is Butai number 4. Yuck. And then, right, just let's deal with this just now. So that's going to increase the commitment by 6, because that's got a 6 on its counter. So that's what I'm seeing there. Now, it didn't replace anything, so we're not like taking in and away like we did that last time. There was nothing here before. That's just a full-on add 6. So that's going up to 16. You can see it's passing the threshold. So now we know that there's, whenever something happens, I think it's only when we're drawing a carrier, but I'm going to have to just have a wee look at that again, I think, before we get really moving along. Right, and then the air raids, there's going to be 2 of them, 4A and 4B. So I'm going to have to get them ready. Okay, so 4A and 4B, we want the intercept range table, and to see how far 4A is going to be away from our task force. No modifiers. So let's see what we get. The bigger the better here. It looks pretty good. It's in the corner a little bit. 6, I think. Yeah, 6. It's not too bad, I think. Yeah, that's good. 6 to 9 is 4, so that's the only thing that kept us. I mean, imagine getting down here and like a 2. Yeah. Yeah. So what did I say? 4 hexes. So 4 hexes away from the force in a straight line. Right, so if we needed another rare raid, as one as big as what it is as well. So this is coming from Butai 4. There are 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say that's it there. Yeah, it's not far away from it at all anyway, is it? Well, it's going to move back 1 now, I think, as well, isn't it? So that's 4A, and then 4B is going to go 2 hexes behind. So yeah, that's about the best I could get out of that one, I think. Because that's a target, yeah. Okay, it's 4A and 4B. 11 strength and 10 strength. Incoming. Okay, I think that's everything. Place air points in the airbox counter, select an available air Butai display. We don't separate fighters from attack planes. Yeah, I don't do that until we're on the attack. Yeah, and then we've placed the raid. The second wheel goes 2 hexes behind, and yeah, that's it. So now we're going to just move the... However, because it's now got an air raid launched, the movement side of things, we're going to look at this, and I want to say that it's 8 or fewer hexes, so it's going to move 1 hex further away. I think it was only 7, maybe 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 away, so it was 8 or less, wasn't that? It wants to sort of sit about the 9. 8 or fewer, then it's going to move 1 hex away. So it can go here or here, and it's want to go easternmost. There we go. Okay. Savage. Right. Right, and that was... So that's turned into Butai 4's activation. So that is the 5th. So that is us moving on. But I'm going to stop it there because I just want to make sure this video is going to be okay, and I want to check the size of it as well, just in case I've got settings that are like different, because I'm not sure and how it comes through. I want to like listen to it and see if it's okay. However, I might still have that setting up as I'm starting to record some more, because I'm still itching to go. It's a good game, yeah. Indeed. I just hope I don't get any more camera crashes, because that is just torture. It really is. It's horrible. It maybe wasn't quite as bad, this one, as that last one, where it was an hour and 20 minutes, and I had to try and work out what happened. And yeah, it was ugly. Right, the threshold of that commitment. Just want to double check on that again, and make sure that I know when it's going to affect something. You know, I know that if I'm going to put another carrier force on the table, I'm pretty sure I need to double check that threshold thing, because I think we're now past the limit. Well, I hope so. Look at all the stuff that's coming in. We're not going to be able to cope with all that. Too much. Right, okay, I'll leave that one for now, and I'll be back soon. Okay, cheers.